Is Skyway a pyramid or not? Explaining again. At first, we need to clarify what the legislation and we just does, but not all kinds of trolls and detractors, with their inadequate perception of reality, understand by the term Skyway technology and Skyway group of companies. Innovative Skyway technology was created by engineer Anatoly Yunitsky. The beginning of the technology creation is 1977. It is an intellectual property evaluated according to the results of an independent international assessment at the amount of $400 billion. Initially, this property was owned by the author of the technology himself. Then, he created the Skyway group of companies and transferred his intellectual property to it. Since 2014, the shares of these companies are being sold through a system of crowd investing in more than 200 countries and territories. Skyway group of companies includes GTI, Unisky Corporation, as well as the company developer of Skyway technology, Skyway Technologies Company. The above companies are not engaged in attracting investments. They own the intellectual property of Skyway project directly or indirectly, and also are engaged in its implementation. The work on attracting investment is in charge of the investment companies Skyway Capital and Skyway Invest Group. They act as stores that sell the shares of Skyway group of companies and retain part of the funds received as remuneration. Neither Anatoly Yunitsky nor Skyway group of companies are liable for their work. These investment companies choose themselves the methods that are suitable and profitable for them to work with. Anatoly Yunitsky comments on the activities of these companies and the mistakes that they sometimes make. If a farmer sells his agricultural products through a chain of stores that does not belong to him, then should he be responsible for the operation of these stores, for sellers and other staff, for their honesty and decency, for their words and promises, for all sorts of promotion campaigns and discounts, or for storing potatoes in the store's warehouses, which, if improperly stored, can rot? Then what the farmer has to do with it? Look, they say, he had rotten potatoes. In addition, there are many companies that are similarly named but are not related to Skyway string transport. For example, Skyway Trading Company, Skyway Costa Rica, Skyway Drive-In, Skyway Charity, etc. Is Skyway investment model a pyramid or not? The most common accusation against Skyway investment companies, not to be confused with the Skyway group of companies and with Skyway technology itself, is that it is a financial pyramid. On the internet, 3 arguments in favor of this are most often cited. The project has chosen crowd investing instead of attracting major investors, a referral system is used to collect money, and the legal address of companies is in an offshore zone. Financial pyramids can really fit this description. The Central Bank of Russia cites their following features: absence of a state license to raise funds, promising a high profitability, several times higher than the market level, guaranteeing profitability, massive advertising in the media, the internet with the promise of high profitability, lack of information on the financial status of the organization, payments of money to new participants from funds contributed by other people earlier, absence of own fixed capital stock, other valuable assets. There is no precise definition of the organization's activities. It is important that the central bank itself believes that even all these features taken together will not help to identify fraudsters with a 100% probability. This is due to the fact that most of the existing commercial companies fall within some of the signs proposed by the regulator. And with some stipulations, all companies risk to become pyramids. Let's explain it point by point. Absence of license. Government regulation is good, but modern financial instruments make it possible to attract investment without complicated bureaucratic procedures. For example, the classical method in the form of IPO, initial public offering, has now received a more liberal version, ICO. This is exactly the same offer of shares in the company, but it is carried out through the sale of tokens, and it is not regulated by the state. Skyway has its own model too, crowd investing. With its help, investment companies can attract investments legally and without the state regulator's permit. The peculiarity is that they do not sell classical securities, but conclude agreements on a convertible loan. This means that the investor gets the right to require the transfer of a certain number of shares from the company when they become available. The financial scheme used by Skyway investment companies assumes registration of the owner's shares, in this case shares from engineer Unitsky, to the investor. Additional share issues are not made. At the same time, this owner does not assign the money belonging to him for his assigned shares to the new owner, but completely reinvests it in business. Therefore, the shares of investors are not diluted by an additional issue and remain unchanged in percentage terms at all 15 stages of development of the group of companies. As regards the location of some companies in the offshore zone, this is done to save funds. For example, one of the richest Belarusian companies, Wargaming, the developer of the online game World of Tanks, pays taxes in Cyprus including. However, the Belarusian division of Skyway Group of Companies, the engineering company Skyway Technologies Company, which is directly engaged with the development of stream transport, regularly pays all taxes and creates new jobs in Belarus, not in an offshore zone abroad. The promise of high profitability. Like any venture project, Skyway promises high income. There is a certain basis under these promises. These are the developments by the engineers of Skyway Technologies Company, business contacts with potential customers, innovative ideas, and Anatoly Unitsky's engineering solutions. For someone, neither ideas, nor scientific and technical developments, nor the business infrastructure being created are convincing arguments for investing funds in Skyway technology. And such people are easy to understand. This is their choice. In addition, there is a warning on the official website of the group of companies that the risks in venture projects are great, and it will be possible to earn only if the project succeeds, that is, the technology itself. Massive advertising. As regards this point, almost any business can be identified as a financial pyramid. One way or another, all of them advertise their product or service, sometimes spending up to 50% of their income for this. Lack of information on the financial status of the organization. In the open access, there are available reports on audits of the company developer of string transport, Skyway Technologies Company, starting from 2015. There, you can find information about assets, own capital, liabilities, profits, and losses of the company. Investments in the project are attracted mainly to finance the activities of Skyway Technologies Company, the company developer of stream transport. It is its practical operation in Minsk and Marina Gorka, as well as abroad, that capitalize the intellectual property into Skyway technology, which thousands of investors acquire at an ever higher cost. In this case, everything that can be revealed here in public without harm to the business is revealed. Payments of money to new participants from funds contributed by other people earlier. Skyway project does not pay anyone any money, and will not do this until it arrives to a profit from the sale of Skyway transport. The only exception at the moment is the reinvestment and buyback campaign, which took place in autumn 2018. Within its framework, the first investors of the project were able to sell part of their shares in the amount of up to $1,000. On the other hand, to attract financing, Skyway investment companies, but not engineer Unitsky and the engineering company Skyway Technologies Company, use a multi-level marketing (MLM) and referral system, and they really have their own payments there. The multi-level marketing involves the creation of a network of active investors who talk about Skyway and attract new partners to the project. they receive a portion of new investments for their work. This is a referral reward. There is nothing criminal in the referral system and MLM. Such companies as Avon, Kirby, Cepter, Faberlic and others use it. Even more companies use parts of this financial model. For example, affiliate programs. If MLM in its pure form is rather an exception, almost everyone has affiliate programs. There are many types of them, but the essence is the same. A company transfers a value to a partner in exchange for promotion. MLM and affiliate programs are used to save on advertising, the cost of which can reach 50% or more in a new business. Skyway uses the referral program with the same purpose. Absence of own fixed assets. Fixed assets is a part of property used as a means of labor in the production of goods, performance of works, and rendering of services, or for management. This includes office and industrial premises, machine tools, computers, office equipment and furniture, transport, and many other assets necessary for the normal operation of the company, including Eco-Techno-Park on 36 hectares in Marina Gorka. The engineering company Skyway Technologies Company, that is all investors in Skyway Technology, had at the end of 2018 fixed assets worth more than $12.5 million. 27 buildings and structures, more than 3,000 units of machinery and equipment, including computers, laptops, monitors, 32 vehicles, cars, and thousands of tools, appliances, etc. The company has intangible assets for another $1.5 million. This is professional software and land use rights. The money formed and registered authorized capital of Skyway Technologies Company as of the 31st of December 2018 amounts to $46 million. The announced authorized capital for 2019, according to the minutes of the general meeting, is $51.5 million. This is significantly higher than, for example, at the National Bank of Belarus and about the same as that of the Minsk wheel tractor plant. However, only in Minsk there are a number of other companies, in addition to Skyway Technologies Company, which are owned by GTI, Global Transport Investments. That is, all technology investors are the owners of real estate, office and production facility with a total area of more than 10,000 square meters. There is no precise definition of the organization's activities. A whole page in Skyway Investment Memorandum describes this issue at the very beginning of the document. A potential investor immediately knows what his money will be used for. This memorandum has been prepared for the investor of the Skyway project, hereinafter referred to as the investor, in order to describe the legal structure of the Skyway project, hereinafter the project. The main goal of the project is to create a modern and highly efficient second-level transport system that is located on poles above the ground, built using Skyway technology. The distinguishing features of the proposed technology are due to the complex of its design, technological and operational specifics. The memorandum is easy to find on the internet, including the official project website. Skyway does not promise any transformations of air into money. If it turns out to develop and sell transport technology profitably, there will be funds. We report and show to hundreds of thousands of investors how things are going on regarding the development in the project. For example, every summer at EcoFest, on the demonstration and certification site in Marina Gorka, Belarus. No results and products. During 3 years, for the first time in the world, 5 demonstration and certification test tracks of innovative string rail overpasses with a total length of more than 4 kilometers of all basic types, flexible, semi-rigid and rigid, were built on the former tank test range in Marina Gorka. All the necessary infrastructure of the second level has been built: stations, depots, turnout switches, utility networks, systems of power supply, communications and intelligent control equipped with technical vision. A 6th track of almost a kilometer length is being built to work out standards for the climatic conditions of the United Arab Emirates, including running of rolling stock manufactured in Minsk before being shipped to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah and other cities in the Middle East. 9 fundamentally different models of innovative electric vehicles were developed: Unibike, Uniwind, Unicar, Unibus. 3 models, one of them is a high-speed Unibus, Unitruck, Unicont, Unitrans. Mounted and suspended for passengers and freight, urban and high-speed intercity types, produced at our own production facility, 4 models of which are already certified. For comparison, it takes several years for a developer to design and launch one new model of a traditional electric car, spending several $100 million and sometimes $1 billion on it. The main result of a long-standing work for a world-class engineering company is educated engineers and workers trained in Skyway specifics, and by the end of 2018, this is above 800 engineers, designers, project engineers, technologists, logisticians, builders, economists, for project designing, construction and operation of new transport and infrastructure complexes, freight and passenger types, including fundamentally new transport overpasses, rolling stock and second-level infrastructure. The organizational structure of Skyway Technologies company already consists of about 40 departments and design bureaus, including the Special Design and Technology Bureau with a pilot production facility. For comparison, sometimes it takes decades for global industry leaders to set up a team of professionals. In addition, Skyway project is acting to protect its scientific and technical developments. We have obtained patents of the Republic of Belarus on industrial samples of the main types of Skyway vehicles, Unibike and several Unibus models, registration certificates on 5 industrial samples in Australia, 3 patents in China, 3 patents in Japan, 11 registration certificates on industrial samples valid in the territory of 23 states of the European Union, 3 patents on industrial samples respectively in the USA, Canada, Russia, Kazakhstan and Ukraine, 5 patents in India and the UAE. Moreover, 3 patents for inventions previously obtained for string transport are in force and maintained in the territory of Russia. During 2016-2019, we have submitted 20 applications for groups of inventions to the Eurasian Patent Office, from 2 to 5 inventions in each application, and 11 related international applications for inventions to the World Intellectual Property Organization in order to obtain patents for inventions in dozens of countries. At the same time, 8 Eurasian applications for inventions have already passed the examination with positive decisions on issuing patents. Registration of intellectual property in different countries allows not only entering the relevant markets with our products legally correctly, but also ensuring their protection against unauthorized use and unfair competition. What is the result? Skyway is a venture project with a complex organizational structure. There are risks, it's not easy to figure it out. On the other hand, quite a lot is known about the project itself. It can be said that funding is attracted and spent for real transport and infrastructure development. In fact, for the creation of a new global transport and logistics sector. And the funds are not spread around in the pockets, including engineer Unitsky. All the necessary information for investors is also available. This means that Skyway Technology and the Skyway Group of companies, as well as Skyway investment companies, cannot be called pyramids.